Good morning, buenos dias, wa sabah khair. Sabah khair. Morning of goodness. I am Abu Shaib and welcome back for another lesson from English al Español al Arabi, where I take words and phrases and translate them from English to Spanish and then to Arabic. This morning I'm hoping to make a point about the meter of language, which is really, better said, the rhythm of speech. But the phrase is quite simple, and I'm using it to try and illustrate a point here. The past is in the past. The past is in the past. In Spanish, el pasado está en el pasado. El pasado está en el pasado. And in Arabic, el maldi fil maldi. El maldi fil maldi. Now, the rhythm of English, especially my American English, is pretty much in a 4/4 time signature. If any of you are practicing musicians, you'll be familiar with the 4/4 time signature. Most American music, like rock, rap, even most country, is in the 4/4 time signature. A lot of country music isn't, but it's. In some regional parts of the United States, they speak English with a little bit of more of a 12/8 or a waltz type of, especially in the South or in Texas, where they draw out the vowels a lot further, and it's easier to group the syllables into threes. But generally, American English is in. The past is in the past. The past is in the past. Now Spanish, because of the way it's structured and the many vowels that are all syllables, is easily and naturally divided into groups of three, like a 3/4 time signature or a 6/8 time signature. Like a lot of traditional Mexican music is in 3/4 time signature. Salsa is in 6/8 usually. And when you speak Spanish, it just naturally groups itself into threes. El pasado está en el pasado. Even the word Spanish in Spanish, español, 3 syllables. It's a triplet. Español. Yo hablo español. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now Arabic is something completely different, as it does not belong to the same language group as the Indo-European languages. In fact, English and Spanish have more in common with Urdu and Hindi than they do with Arabic, as Arabic is a Semitic language. So the rhythm, the best way I can use to describe it, it's like 7/8. You know, a good example of a 7/8 pop or rock song is "Money" for Pink Floyd. Boom, doo, 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 boom, 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 boom. 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. But this is a rough estimate because Arabic is really divided into rhythms that I just plain don't understand, and it's very difficult for the Western ear to pick it up. It took me a long time, and one of the reasons that I'm going to use this example. Now, Arabic only has 3 vowels, but each of these 3 vowels has a short version and a long version. The sounds are a, e, and o, but the o sometimes sounds, or a lot of the time, it sounds more like oo, oo, oo. So, the short vowel I estimate to be about 0.6 the duration of a vowel in Spanish or English. 0.6, or 2/3 of a vowel as far as the duration goes. And then a long vowel is about double that. It's about 1.2 times the duration of a normal vowel in my American English. And then when you have a short vowel and a long vowel together, obviously this totals to 1.8 the duration of a vowel in English or Spanish. In my example, the past is in the past. El pasado está en el pasado. Y el maldi está, el maldi fil maldi. In Arabic, we don't need a verb. We're just saying the past in the past. The past in the past. El maldi fil maldi. But notice here we have a short vowel next to a long vowel. This is 0.6 and 1.2, totally 1.8 the duration. That's why it sounds so much longer. Amadi. It took me a long time to be able to distinguish this with my ear. In fact, when I first heard this word, I couldn't really understand the long vowel sound, and my ear was turning it into like a U sound. I was hearing it more like a maudi, but it's not. It's a maadi, a maadi, a maadi. And this D is a little bit thicker as well, this D. And another example to drive the point home is the word al-bahar. al-bahr. Al-bahr is the sea. Now, this is two short vowels and three root consonants, the trilateral root consonants that you hear about in the Arabic language. And for the sea and things related to the sea, the root is B, H, and R, al-bahr. These are two short vowels. And if I add a long vowel here in the second syllable after this heavy H, remember the heavy H is with a short vowel, al-bahr, al-bahr. And then if I add a long vowel, an aleph here, another A sound, a long A sound with the short one, it would be al-bahar, al-bahar, which means a sailor, the sailor, al-bahar, the sailor, al-bahr, the sea, al-bahar, a sailor. Well, this is how I explained it to myself about how the time values work in Arabic voweling. And the same thing applies for the consonants, but it's really much more obvious and much more important to get this understanding about how vowels can be so much longer when you're speaking formal Arabic. In colloquial Arabic, they're a lot shorter. In colloquial Arabic, they're like 0.3. For example, in modern standard Arabic, the word for snow would be al-thalaj, al-thalaj. But I hear in Syrian dialect, many people say tlaj, tlaj. I don't even hear any vowels in that, tlaj. But anyway, I hope you learned something. Thanks a lot for viewing and have a great day.